Hey,
Hey,
it's done.
it actually worked.
It worked.
We haven't been
Hey,
kicked off yet.
yeah, exactly.
Yet.
I guess welcome to the first episode of Ballistically Speaking, the currently introless
Yes.
podcast of Canada. Of
We're
Canada?
we're how do you say? We're barren. We're
We're
starting out.
barren.
Yeah.
We ain't got no
Starting out fresh.
intro.
Carry on.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all
Oh,
I got.
all right.
Well, let's get this started. Welcome to the first session of our brand new podcast, the first one of the last one for the first time for the last time. Bear with us, folks, as we build and refine the show. There's still a lot of work yet to be done, and you'll be seeing more of it, I guess. we've got what our Facebook has been switched over. YouTube has not. I believe that everybody watching us on YouTube tonight is doing so under the name of First Focal Plane still. That'll be changing by next week, I hope.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have our website up by next week.
Well, we got a lot of stuff to take care of, man, and
Yeah.
trying to fit all this in with like you being down in Montana and the three different companies that you have to run, the two full-time jobs I have to run,
Plus your farming.
plus the farming and
Yeah.
the
Why are we podcasters?
I'm not sure precisely.
Well,
you know what? I like the interaction with the public. I guess I'm not sure that they do so much because we don't pay attention to them as much as we'd like to.
I was just going to say, it's the interaction with the public. That's why we're ignoring them right now.
Right. Well, I said, hey, everybody.
You did say, hey, everybody.
I said, hey in Spanish. Hey, what's up? What's up? I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Yeah.
Hola.
What's up?
Oh, you don't know how to say what's up?
Sup, yo.
I don't know. Sup, essay? I don't know.
Nancy's just shaking her head on this right now. I'm sure. Yeah, you guys are
just shaking her fist at the screen.
That's right. Cabron.
Cabron.
Oh man.
So well, it's been an interesting week. I mean, you definitely touched on it. We started to get things going, and I think we were on a roll.
We made a jump. Like seriously, we got a good jump on it. Yeah. And then the wheels kind of fell off a little bit.
We were even going to have a very awesome but super secret guest for our first episode, and that fell through. Yeah, they were unavailable, so we'll rebook them for another time. So that was unfortunate.
Then the backup fell through, and then the backup. Oh, we had backup didn't.
You had three backups fall through.
Well, two backups. The backup, he's busy seating, and then the backup to the backup just didn't answer today. So,
come on, bros. Jeez. You know, I know that if Phil is listening right now, he's like, "Why didn't you guys call me?" And I apologize for that.
Probably
Phil, we should have called you.
Yeah.
We probably should have called Phil.
Oh well.
But you know what? Hey, road bumps are a part of doing something that's worth doing. So,
well, that's the thing too. Instead of and it doesn't appear like it right now, but going at things half-assed, and it certainly appears that way right now. But the plans that we've been making so far, at least we have plans, and trying to sort that all out. But like Chris and I were talking these last couple of weeks, that I don't think it was a smart thing to just completely go off the air for any period of time at all.
And originally that was the plan. It's not that we didn't have a plan. It's that we've changed the plan and decided not to go off the air for any length of time. Yeah.
So we want to stay engaged with everybody here and keep things flowing as much as possible right now. But keep in mind, we are building and bringing things in as we can, including the introductions, the music and all that kind of stuff, which I
all
haven't.
The pizzazz,
the pizzazz, all the shiny stuff that everybody comes to this show for.
Yeah, because that's why they come here.
I think it is, because it's not
to
necessarily
watch us put
our banter.
Foot in our mouths.
Right. Yeah. It's the exciting giveaways that we just got through one, and now we have nothing.
I have another story about that, by the way, about getting that rifle out, but I'll let you tell everybody about EM Precision first.
Why don't I do that?
Okay.
You know what?
I'll let you do that.
EM Precision Rifles in Leduc, Alberta has the tools, the knowledge, and the support you need to achieve your goals of precision rifle mastery. As skilled craftsmen and proven solution providers, EM guarantees equipment performance second to none. Consult with Shane for the build of your dreams and allow Steve to handcraft your next precision tool for an experience you will not forget. Find these gentlemen on Facebook, Instagram, and on their website at emprifles.ca.
Also, our show is brought to you by Bolt Action Coffee. For world-class specialty coffee from world-class Canadian Forces veterans, go to boltactioncoffee.com. Order up some coffee for any occasion, and while you're there, check out their great line of apparel, mugs, stickers, and patches. Help support a great veterans organization as well as the show. At checkout, use the code FIRSTFocalPlane, all one word, right now, for 10% off your order. Doing so directly supports the show, Ballistically Speaking. That will be changing in the future, but it has not changed yet.
Yeah.
Stand by, and we don't want to hear your shit.
That's right. So I think we went into this a little bit during the last show, where we made the announcement that we were switching over to this one, that the sponsors are coming straight across with us to this one, right? And it's just those little things like the promo code with Bolt Action Coffee that they're on the list to get changed. It's all very much a work in progress.
Right.
So we appreciate everybody sticking with us and being patient. And I know it's very important to some people, and it's going to confuse some people. What promo code do I use now? Right.
First focal plane for now.
Right.
Yeah. I want when we switch it up, I want the promo code to be something like BS coffee.
I'm not sure they'll let you do that.
They probably won't, but I would love it to be that.
I'm not sure that's sending the right message right now.
When we're talking about things that you ingest, we don't make jokes like that. I do.
All right. So if you're just starting out in the precision shooting world, or if you want to refine the skills that you already possess, or maybe you're looking for some guidance to take your job to the next level, call up call sign 66 and train with them for standard setting instruction, and become part of the reason why Canadian precision riflemen are renowned worldwide for being some of the most proficient in their craft. Collaboration and contribution are vital to team success. Welcome to the Brotherhood. For upcoming training dates and to find out more about the Callsign 66 team, go to callsign66.ca. And I'm there right now, as a matter of fact. Yeah. And I'm looking at training dates. And upcoming.
What do you see? Tell me. Fill me in.
Listen. May 14th, Saturday, May 14th at 8 a.m. At the Shot Shell Sporting Clays. Oh, there's a map there. I'm not sure exactly. I think that is in BC. I'm not sure. But it's a precision and accuracy fundamentals seminar.
Okay.
I'm just going to right-click, open link in new tab, Google Maps, Shot Shell Sporting Clays shooting range.
Whatever you do, don't share your screen.
That is in Calais, Alberta.
Alberta.
Calais,
Alberta. Calais. What does that mean in French?
Je ne sais pas. Now, where the heck is it? Fairview, Sexsmith, Grand Cache. It's northwest of Edmonton.
Oh, it's northwest of Edmonton.
It is.
Hey, Calais is no longer just in France. Go to the one in Alberta and do the Callsign 66 course. Calais there's also a Calais, France.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just reading stuff in.
It's a place.
Okay.
Should I move on?
Yeah, you should, because I'm reading stuff in the comments there, and I'm wondering why.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay. So Odell Engineering. Odell Engineering are the geniuses behind the Canuck line of firearms. Odell Engineering is your premium importer and distributor of some of Canada's top brands of firearms, including Bergara, Rock Island Armory, Mission First Tactical, Hyperfire, and of course, the made for Canada Canuck firearms. Find their products and a dealer supporting their products. A supporting dealer at product product at OdellEngineeringLTD.com.
Yeah.
Find the dealer with the stuff at OdellEngineeringLTD.com, on Facebook at Odell Engineering Ltd, or walk into your local gun store and tell them Phil sent you.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Let's see.
Should we first of all, I love how many Chris's that spell their names properly are in the chat today.
Huh.
We got Chris Hoyen, Chris W. Both of them spell their names properly. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Well, isn't that just a real
awesomeness,
galvanizing moment between you guys? That's great.
Are we best friends?
All right.
Well, and Chris W. was asking if we have any reaction to the news that IBI acquired Ultimatum. So
we do have a reaction.
Yeah, you know a lot more about that than I do.
Well, I don't know much. And you know what? To be honest, this is why that's where we were going with a guest for tonight. We were going to get told all about that acquisition, and it's not going to happen now for a little bit. I'm afraid Ryan's got lots of stuff on his plate now with taking that over. So
yeah, surprise, taking over a company makes you busy.
Yeah, isn't that something? Yeah. But I don't know. I think Ultimatum just needed some help there, and IBI came in and offered that. And going forward, I think it'll be a great thing, because both companies produce great barrels. There's I know of several IBIs out in the wild close to me personally that shoot amazing. Also, there's several of the Ultimatum barrels that like Jens's 33XC, Shane's 33XC, both barrels from KS Arms, and they shoot really well as well. So I'm really looking forward to this marriage, this partnership, whatever the heck it is. And that's the other thing. I don't know what exactly it is. Is it an acquisition, or is it just a partnership? Is it they reached out to Ryan or IBI and said, we just need some help here for a little while? I'm not sure exactly what it is, but
in any case, we'll keep on Ryan, because we know that you guys want to know about it. So we'll keep on Ryan and see if we can get him on to talk about it.
Oh, I'm just like one of those ticks that just never goes away. I'm on them.
Yeah.
Speaking of
putting toothpaste on your butt's not going to work either.
Oh, well, isn't that? No, I'm not going to get into that. I thought that was common practice for almost everyone.
For ticks or for people?
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe that's where I got confused.
I don't know if the toothpaste thing actually works for ticks.
Oh.
I've been told that it doesn't really work.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of it?
No.
People say you cover the ass end of the tick because it breathes out of its ass, and you put toothpaste on there, and then it can't breathe, and then it backs out. But I've also heard that doesn't actually work. So I don't know.
All right.
Don't take my advice for tick removal.
You know, it's funny. I was out at the farm today helping Dad out, and I had a little bit of trouble with one of the semis, and so I'm underneath working on this thing, trying to get the PTO to engage. And he says, "Oh, by the way, ticks are out. Had a couple on me the other day." I'm laying in this grass, just sprawled, working on this truck, going, "Awesome, thanks. Well, I guess at least it'll give me an excuse to have Nancy do a full inspection."
And then it got personal. Well, it was nice of him to let you know before you laid down on the
Yeah,
grass.
right. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate ticks with a fiery passion.
Man, I'm telling you, they've been in places on me where we shouldn't really divulge, on public address.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not at all interested in where that would be.
No.
not even a little bit. Not even remotely.
They're relentless little bastards, though. I'm telling you, and it seems to get earlier every year. And despite the long drawn out cold weather this spring, they're right on cue. It seems like, and beginning of May. It used to be the end of May. It used to be, July is when the ticks came out. Now they're just, I don't know, global warming, I guess, right? Is that it? Sure.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Follow the science. Follow the science.
No, you don't have to follow the science. You have to believe in the science.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah. Follow the money. Right. Yeah.
Follow the money. Hey, I got a question. I got a question before we go too much further.
Yeah.
Where does a guy find cotter pins for guns? This used to be a cotter pin.
Oh.
This used to be the cotter pin that held the firing pin in for my Gen 2 180C.
It probably still is. It's just in disrepair.
Well, I don't think you can call it a cotter pin anymore. It's more like two twisted pieces of steel.
Bolt Supply House.
Oh, you think they'll have what I need? Yeah, they'll have what I need?
I don't know. Or, oh, crap.
I want to go shoot it again on Sunday.
Oh.
But, if I were to order or even just ask them to ship me one, like that wouldn't work. In case anyone's wondering.
McMaster Car. Look them up online.
Huh?
McMaster Car.
McMaster Car. Emperor says Rona. That seems easier.
No, not for it. I doubt it. Here, listen, we should probably address this.
Okay. Well, hang on just a second. In case anyone's wondering what happened with the cotter pin, it was walking out and I wasn't paying enough attention to it. And then it walked out enough, it got sandwiched between the receiver and the bolt carrier while I was shooting it. And then I just tore it apart and fucked it up. And to be honest with you, it was probably more my error than anything else. So what do I expect for a $500 gun?
Yes, he's just mean, eh?
Oh, attack of the German elitist.
Okay. Well, you know what? Yes, there's several hardware stores in that carry cotter pins, but that looked awfully tiny.
Yeah, it's very small, and it does, like it's not like a regular cotter pin, like it's specific to. I wonder if like Saskatoon Gunworks or something would have it.
Maybe
they seem to have like old AR parts and stuff, and that's all it is. It's just the same cotter pin you put in an AR bolt carrier. Maybe I'll try them. I'll report back and let everybody know.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Emperor, be mindful of the material of the cotter pin. Regular stainless is a no-go. Yeah, see, I think I'd rather just get one from a gun shop because I don't know what I'm doing.
Why is regular stainless a no-go for that?
That's a good question. Let's have Emperor answer that.
Okay, in the meantime,
yeah,
let's address what Spudman has to say here. What'll happen to this YouTube channel? Will it be renamed, canceled, or a new channel under Ballistically Speaking podcast? It will be renamed. We're keeping the content and everything.
Actually, I was doing some reading, and I think that what we can do is transfer it to the new Ballistically Speaking, and we can transfer all of the content over to the new Ballistically Speaking.
Oh, is that right? That might be a better way to go anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to look into that a little bit more, and if we're able to transfer it all over and keep all the content, because we don't want to pull all that shit down. Like, there's some, good old episodes and good reviews and everything else. So we'd like to keep that, and if we can transfer it over, then we'll transfer it over. And if we transfer it over, we'll make sure everybody knows which YouTube channel to go to and all of that sort of stuff. And it might even just transfer all the subscriptions over anyway. So if you're subscribed to one, it might just automatically subscribe you to the other. So Emperor's answer.
Stainless steel is softer than carbon steel. Now, yes and no. And you know what? If Emperor's a metallurgist, I'm sorry, but I have limited knowledge. I have limited knowledge as a former welder and machinist. Now,
I'm calling you out.
So, tensile strength of stainless steel, depending on the grade, is generally more than regular carbon steel. However, high carbon steel, not mild steel, has the potential to be harder than stainless steel. Yes. just an ex-military idiot. So carbon steels, because of the carbon in them, carbon is what gets hard when steel is heat treated. The higher the carbon content, the harder that it gets, and it also becomes brittle as well if there's too much carbon content in that steel, and or it gets hardened, heat treated to the point where it goes through that phase change at about 1200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh yeah, the 1200 degrees Fahrenheit rule.
Yeah, it's called phase change.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's what I meant to say. I knew that. I totally knew that.
The crystals all get all screwy and stuff like that.
Yeah, and crystal meshy. Yeah.
And then annealing and a heat treatment brings all that back in line and makes it stronger.
Yeah, like this, right?
Like that.
Like all my fingers in alignment.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I tried to pull them apart, I probably couldn't.
But if it was like this, my fingers would break.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
That's how metal works.
That's actually a crystalline structure, what you had right there.
Oh, kind of like Superman's palace, or what? Like his Fortress of Solitude?
In a sense, in a bit of a stretch, but yeah, in a sense, okay.
I was gonna make a Star Trek: The Next Generation reference, but I knew you wouldn't get it, so I just went with Superman.
Yeah, I'd be here to like CBC at 3:00 in the morning, like.
They don't do that anymore, right?
Well, they did when I was a kid, like 60 years ago.
Yeah. You guys remember the old days when CBC only broadcast for 12 hours a day?
Right. That was before they got their $600 billion a year payout.
You
from
have
the
a
Liberal
point.
government.
You most definitely have a point there.
Okay, so here let's make this the last of this conversation.
Okay.
Emperor says, I should also say a cotter pin isn't a retainer pin. I should have specified. And indeed, he is correct.
So this is not a cotter pin. It's a retainer pin?
No, that is in fact a cotter pin, but it does not serve well as a retainer pin.
Okay, so what we typically call cotter pins, are those retainer pins? Where they have the little circle, they're like R-shaped?
No, that's just a different style of cotter pin.
Oh,
it's still a cotter pin. A retainer pin is like a C-clip kind of thing. That would be a retainer to keep a pin from going one way or the other. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Gen 2 doesn't have any C-clips as far as that. Oh no, it does have a C-clip in the bolt hold open.
The thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get past this a little bit. And listen, why don't I say a little bit something about Apex Optics?
Okay, go for it while I shake my finger at Shane Mansour.
All right. Designed in Canada, Calgary, Canada to be exact, built in Japan, Apex Optics is made with premium.
R-made. It's plural.
You know who wrote this? I'm going to change that right now. ARE.
Okay.
Apex Optics are made with premium ED glass, resulting in the best optical system money can buy. The rival 4-32 competition rifle scope features super positive clicks, a 2-turn indicator, 0 stop, and one of the most thoroughly thought out reticles in the industry. When you buy Apex, precision comes standard. Find them at apexoptics.co.
Now, to answer Emperor's other question, it better be about shipment dates. People don't talk about this as much anymore, but shipping is fucking stupid still. So I'm going to give you guys an example. I'm talking on this little clip mic right here. This is the new Dji Wireless Microphone. First of all, this microphone was supposed to be released in North America in January of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And in China, it is Chinese made, DJI. Okay. It has taken from January until the end of April to get the shipping of this new release from DJI into North America. So originally it was supposed to be January, then they pushed it back to March, then they pushed it back, and they finally, like the retailers finally started getting it like second, third week of April, and now they're in North America. Like shipping is just a friggin' gong show still, and unfortunately, that is one of the issues that Apex is a victim of right now. And I know everybody wants their scopes, and we want our scopes too. But the reality is that I don't envy Vanya in that
No.
situation. It's a absolute shit sandwich of a situation because there's nothing you can do about it.
No, nothing. And he's already paid his money to
Yeah.
have the scopes built.
Yeah.
And now he's waiting. Waiting. It's ridiculous, and I'm seeing it all over the place, like in construction, just about anything, including lumber.
Oh God,
that
yeah.
you would think we would have gobs of. There's delays. There's long lead items in lumber, even.
Just I know this is a bit off topic, but I a couple of years ago, my wife and I looked at building a garage pre-pandemic.
Right. Yeah.
And our garage packages for a 24 by 24 garage, we were looking at in like the $18,000 range for the garage. We got a quote just recently because we were like, you know what, let's actually just pull the trigger and get this done. Until we got a quote from the exact same company that we got a quote from almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And the quote was $38,000 for the exact same garage, except
twice.
Yeah, but also for $38,000, that did not include insulation. I would have to insulate it myself for 38 grand.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. So
well,
there you go.
Listen, a buddy of mine came over last night. We're looking at we need to get the front door replaced, and we're talking lumber and all that kind of stuff. And he says a 16-foot 2x8 is $60 fucking now.
A 16-foot 2x8?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Holy Christ on a cracker.
Yeah. Isn't that something? He was talking about building a deck for a guy.
Yeah.
Like he does a lot of home renovations and that. And this big wheel that he's doing some work for wants this fancy deck. It's a $60,000 deck.
60 grand for a deck. Remember when you could build a whole house for 60 grand?
Well, I do. Yeah.
I was a kid back then, but I still remember. Yeah. You were what, like 36?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So Jonathan's telling us that we shouldn't be talking about lumber, or everyone will start selling their garden sheds. I think he meant to write garden sheds for 200K. No kidding. Well, and that's, the I know this isn't a fucking gardening or shed podcast, but that's why the plastic sheds are becoming so popular.
Well, even they're ridiculous. Like
they're way more than they should be. They're just hollow plastic resin.
Incredible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other thing Jonathan just reminded me of. He said plywood sheet used to be about $30 a sheet, now is almost $120. That's the other thing. When I had the $18,000 quote for my garage, that was plywood walls.
Mm-hmm.
The $38,000 quote, that's OSB walls.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, we should move on.
That'll be the next big theft item.
I know, right? We were going to talk about Range Day, National Range Day.
Yes, we were. That's June 4th, right?
June 4th, yeah, June 4th. Oh, there's Vanya. I don't know if Vanya heard somebody asking about a shipping update. I don't know if you have one or not, Vanya, but if you I mean, yeah,
We're putting him in a corner
we're putting
here.
him right in the spot. He's like, I am never watching this show live again.
Right, you sons of bitches.
Don't worry,
Inquiring minds.
we already told everybody to calm their tits because there's not a whole lot that people can do about it. But I thought I'd ask, considering that you're watching. But yeah, National Shooting Day.
Yeah, National Range Day.
National Range Day. Yeah, June 4th. What we will be doing for National Range Day, first of all, let us know in the chat what you guys are going to be doing for National Range Day. But what we're going to be doing is the Cactus Cup in Southern Alberta, hosted by SAPRL, the Southern Alberta Precision Rifle League.
You got her, Pontiac.
Yeah.
Remember that commercial when you were 3?
I do.
I was 27.
You were 27. Mostly, I remember my father saying that.
Right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
He's a funny motherfucker.
Pretty much my entire life, I had to listen to my father say, "You got her, Pontiac."
I'm glad I could bring back those memories for you, Chris.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's what hermanos do.
Yes, that's
Yes.
I don't know what this means, but yes.
Yeah. You know. Hey, if you know, you know.
Exactly. I don't know.
Oh shit. Okay.
So the Cactus Cup, not the Corn on the Cob Classic.
To be held later this year.
To be held later this year. Oh man! So sorry, I'm going to interrupt myself because Vanya has replied. Yeah. I feel bad for him just reading the first part of what he says.
No kidding.
He says, "I get a daily deluge of emails, but I appreciate the questions nonetheless. No firm update as of today. I'm hoping to have a full shipping schedule to announce next week." Well, we'll cross our fingers with that because we know that that's not necessarily something that you can control. So we'll cross our fingers for you.
Can't see it, but my toes are crossed as well.
Oh, I can't do that. I sprained my toe the other day.
Yeah, did you?
Whatever. He goes, I got some small updates last week, but nothing concrete yet. We'll be sending out an email to everyone as soon as we have the dates.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. So we'll say it for Vanya because Vanya will not say it. But as Chris
just shut up
earlier, calm your tits is what. Yeah.
Hakuna your tatas, everybody.
Yes.
No, because we're not representing him very well right now.
We are,
guys.
I think we're ambassadors. Just
he's like,
the
if we
ones
check
that
our
anybody
phones right
wants.
now.
Yeah.
But if he's messaging us, he's like, guys,
right?
Just take it easy. It's okay.
Yeah,
and we're like, no, everybody, shut up. Vanya's a good guy. Get him here as quick as you can.
You want to talk about a calm guy when it comes to stuff like that? I think I would be, well, for lack of a better way to put it, frazzled. I would be a little bit uptight about all of this kind of stuff. And Vanya's just like, you know what? I try every day, but there's really nothing I can do about it short of going there myself and picking them up.
I was just going to say, it would be so hard not to just book a plane ticket to Japan. Just take a couple of duffel bags.
Yeah, I know. Yes, we know, Van. You would never say that. I know that.
Yeah.
That's why you have us.
Yeah, that's what we're for. Okay, back to the Cactus Cup.
Right, Cactus Cup, okay. June 4th,
so
National
last
Range.
Week, we were not sure whether I had registered for it or whether I was going to be shooting it, but it looks like I will be shooting it, correct?
Yes, correct. Okay.
So you and I
Providing
will both
you get that email in there.
Yes, I will get that email in there, 100% I will. Yes. So I'll be shooting Kenny, which is a EM Precision K-Dex Sheepdog 6.5 Creedmoor.
Correct.
With an IBI barrel and the triggers and the all that. And what are you going to shoot? Have you decided?
Listen, much to Shane's chagrin, I am going to go with my 6.5 Rooster.
I love it.
It is hot. It is up and running. It is smashing stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can make an ass of myself just as easily with the 6.5 Rooster as I can with any other caliber.
Yeah.
You know what? There's this baby back here. There's the 6.5 by 47 that runs really well.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I built the 6.5 Rooster for a reason, and it's actually the biggest reason I built the 6.5 Rooster is to kick anybody that is shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor.
Like this
Anybody.
guy?
Like that guy.
Like me.
Like you.
Well, you know, that as it's turning out right now, that's not going to be terribly difficult because I still have never shot Kenny. I am desperately trying to find some time to get out to the friggin' range.
Yes.
And life and work keep getting in the bloody way. But
I know.
I'm going to do my absolute best to at least start loading some rounds and at least start doing some load testing on Sunday. I don't know how much I'll be able to do, but at the very least, I should be able to sight the gun in.
I think we're going to do that, do more than that. Listen, I kind of have a plan formulated in my head for this coming week. I think I got most of the contractual negotiations out of the way this week that I had to take care of. Sunday, if you and I can get together a little bit, I'll take some of that burden from you and start that whole process, whether or not you're available. So,
well, let's do this. Yeah. Let's do this because originally we were going to meet up this Sunday and start working on Kenny, and then I had a thing happen that I have to take care of, but I still want to get Kenny going. So why don't I'll figure out some way that I can do both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and maybe we should keep our plans to get together on Sunday.
I think we should. I've got a young fella that's playing baseball Sunday afternoon. Plus, I want to be a reasonable guy and take Mama out for, not my mom, but Nancy out for Mother's Day.
You want to take Mama as in Sita out?
Yeah, Mamacita.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
For a couple of drinks and some wings or something. But yeah, let's get together as quickly as we can on Sunday and some of that rolling for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so we'll talk more about that off air because nobody gives a shit about that.
That's kind of true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John Bergen says that Shane's going to outgun us both with the 25 Creedmoor. I don't like. You know what? If I went to a karate tournament, and I entered the children's division, and I
wouldn't you feel proud of yourself?
Yeah, I football punted some 6-year-old across the room. I don't know if I'd go bragging about that. Well,
listen.
As far as long distance shooting and Shane is concerned, I am that 6-year-old. So
now, okay. So here's something a little bit different way to look at this. You know that I have never shot an actual. How do I say? What do you call it? A sanctioned match, a PRS match. Okay. I've done plenty of positional shooting and pissing around and informal matches out at my range and all that kind of stuff. But I've never been with 79 other dudes shooting the same stuff and around Shane Monzer.
but doesn't King of 2 Miles count?
Well, it's okay. Sure, it might, but it's a bit of a different setting, different discipline, all that kind of stuff. So I have enough confidence to know that I'm going to do all right in that, despite the fact that I've never shot a formal match before.
Okay.
And you, knowing what you know, and the knowledge that I'm going to impart on you over this
in the 5 minutes before the match,
next month, right? I'm sure you'll have the confidence as well to stick a barrel up Shane's ass and just say, "Hey, how do you like that?"
All I have the confidence to know is that if I'm not down range, I can close distance real fast.
Right.
And in Canada, nobody has a backup handgun with them.
Hey, that's This
is the thing. Hey, our bullshit laws finally work out in my favor.
No kidding.
Vanya said he just started loading rounds for that match, and this is going to be a lot of fun. Vanya's going to be there. Shane's going to be there.
It's going to be
Shane's
awesome,
wife
man.
Carrie is going to be shooting.
Yeah.
This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking
So
forward to it.
listen, that weekend is pretty bloody full for us. We're gonna see a lot of great people down at that match at around Medicine Hat there on June 4th on National Range Day.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna book it back up to the Nose Hill Gun Club to finish out the weekend and possibly a day or two into the following week with Oscar. So it's honestly, I think it's going to be an awesome weekend or several days of tenting it and meeting up with a bunch of great people and grinding each other about how shitty the 6'5" Rooster is after he beats the 25 and 6'5" Creedmoors. And then going to shoot at two awesome venues. Honestly,
you should make him shoot the 6'5" Rooster, and then when he wins the match, just throw it in his face.
You know what? He would. Yeah, I think about that scene. There's a scene in a movie somewhere where somebody's crying in a shower, curling up in the fetal position and going, "Why? Why?" I think that was an Ace.
That was Ace Ventura after he found out that Einhorn was a man.
Right. I have a feeling
who's
Shane
Ace
would
Ventura in this? Shane would do that?
Shane would be, yeah.
Using a plunger to make himself throw up?
That's right, yeah. He wouldn't touch my my 6'5" Rooster, my Creedmoor killer.
If Shane wouldn't, Jens definitely would.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because Jens is a
elitist.
with good reason. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
Listen, you know what? Jens has a very focused outlook on shooting sports. He picks a thing and he sticks with it, and he doesn't get distracted by any of this other shit.
It's better for efficiency that way.
Well, this is true, that German efficiency. So, he'll participate in our informal PRS matches. He thinks it's cute and all that kind of stuff. He'll go shoot off at different positions. But what he really wants to do is shoot really, really long.
Yeah.
And prove to people that he can do this sort of thing, read the wind and all that kind of stuff. And he's good at it.
Yeah. He's definitely good at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, someday we're going to stick a pistol in his hands. It's going to happen.
Well, you know what? He's a.
It'll have to be like an SFP9. Like if it's not an HK, we'd have no chance. But
he does have an HK and a
pistol.
Yeah, he's got. Well, he has a pistol, and his wife has a pistol too. It's supposedly hers.
Air quotes.
Yes.
What does
you know what? He's a budding pistolero, but I think there's a purpose behind it. It's not just recreational. If you get my drift, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for him then, because I'm not a good pistol shooter either.
Jens shoot an 8x57. Oh, blasphemy!
and Vanya. This is great. Usually everybody jumps on with Jens to make fun of me. This is the first time that anyone has ever jumped on Jens with me.
There.
So Vanya says, but is it a Walther?
It is, in fact.
It is a Walther. It's an SFP9 and a PPQ. I would just like to say that I called the SFP9. I called that. I knew it.
Of course. It's a natural, really.
It was either going to be an SFP9 or a Mark II or is it a Mark II or Mark IV, whatever that 45 was.
Oh,
the big long slide 45 that HK made for the special forces.
Okay.
Is it a Mark II or a Mark IV?
I don't know.
Mark II. I don't know. Somebody will correct me anyway. Okay, so we got a couple of questions that we skipped over here.
Sure.
One of them is gun related, one isn't, so I'm going to prioritize the gun one. Zach Schringenschogel would like to know. I hope I pronounced that right.
Schlegel. Yeah, caveman.
Oh, Schlegel. Schlegel.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, no,
you're probably right. The caveman.
No, you're probably right. Zach wants to know, are we going to TACOM in September? The answer, Zach, is yes. One or both of us will be going to TACOM.
Yes.
And why I say one or both of us is because it depends. And what does it depend on, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking that question. It depends entirely on whether Rob Furlong would like to let the world know when King of 2 Mile is this year. And
we can't have any knee-jerk plans here.
That's right. If King of 2 Mile is the same weekend as TACOM, then we will be dividing and conquering. This is the universal symbol for dividing and conquering. And I will be going to TACOM.
That had an LBGT something or other.
It's that as well. Yes, it is.
It's a flare.
Yes, it's you get it. You get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, if that's the case, then then I will be going to TACOM and you will be going to King of 2 Mile.
Correct.
But if it is not, and it just in case Rob Furlong is watching, wink, wink, if it is not the same weekend as TACOM, then we will both be going to TACOM, and we will probably both be going to King of 2 Mile.
That's right. Won't that be glorious?
That would be very, very glorious.
Yes, yes, yes.
So the next question, Emperor, thank you. It's always nice to know that people care about me and my personal life. Emperor wants to know how the electrical is on my truck. For those who don't know, a couple of years ago, I decided to have a bit of a midlife crisis. And I bought a 1997 Chevy K1500 Z71 truck.
Does that mean that I've been having a midlife crisis all my life because all I've ever had is trucks?
No, because you didn't buy a 25-year-old truck. You have older than that, but they're not fixed up yet.
This time. Yeah, right.
So the point with you is fucking get on it. Let's have your midlife crisis already, and let's see you start restoring that 40-something truck you got.
Oh, I started about 20 years ago.
Okay.
I thought it was a good time.
Let's see you start to finish it then.
No, that's not in the Rouse genes. It's just we start things. We start a lot of things. We just never finish many.
At this point, by the time you finish it, you'll be dropping an electrical engine in it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What the hell is this goddamn thing? Where's the carburetor going? Right.
You'll have speakers on the back mounted underneath the bumper that simulate the sounds of the exhaust.
I'm gonna make a sling blade vehicle. Boy, not talk like that.
I'll tell you what, you do a much better impression of Sling Blade than most people.
Is that right? Well, I'm on.
It's quite good. Everybody has a talent, Curtin. You just found yours.
I should go on the road.
You should go on the road. Anyway, so I bought this truck and some low-life piece of shit broke into it and like tore the steering column apart trying to hotwire it. Thankfully, they're an absolute fucking Nimrod because I put a whole bunch of I've replaced like a whole bunch on this thing already. Like the front end, the shocks, a bunch of steering stuff, like
the Chevy symbol.
Fucking everything. I got rid of the Chevy symbols on the Z71. I replaced almost every body panel on the thing, bought a new bed, new doors, new
and you fenders. Put bed liner on the whole thing.
I Raptor lined the whole goddamn thing. But you know what? There's not a spot of rust on that entire body. And yeah, it's Raptor lined in navy blue.
So if you can have some of mine.
If anybody is ever driving around the city and they see a navy blue 25-year-old Chevy truck driving around, driving like an absolute asshole, it's me, just so you know.
All right.
Anyway, so they destroyed the fucking truck.
Nobody here lives in Saskatoon other than Nancy.
Well, if Nancy will know if it's me then. I had the steering column replaced in the ignition cylinder, or I bought a steering column from a wrecker and replaced the ignition cylinder and a couple of the other things on it and was hoping that would fix the electrical issues I was having. It didn't. And I'm not able to get into Shirley's service until the 11th.
Oh, yes.
So it's still parked out front of my house. It runs. but I'm getting a whole bunch of torque converter solenoid errors.
Oh,
So because the torque converter solenoids aren't acting properly,
it's electric shift.
yeah, the torque converter is now not acting properly, and it is not shifting gears. And first of all, I'm pretty sure that it's staying in second gear, which means that
3,600 RPM at 50 kilometers an hour down 22nd.
And not only that, I'm quite confident that if I were driving it all this time, I would have burnt the clutch out by now just taking off from red lights. So, yeah, it's going in on the 11th. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You know what's funny about that is I just got home from up north on Monday, and I went over to Bolt Supply to pick up some quarter 28 screws, cap screws for like action screws, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for some of my 700 Remington actions and that.
Yeah.
And so coming away from there, going down the street, pulling onto a main drag onto 51st there, and I hit the throttle, and all of a sudden I've got a fucking lawnmower with no muffler. You can envision what that sounds like, right?
I did that in a Chevrolet Beretta once.
So I'm wondering what the hell is going on, and I lost some power in that, and this thing's just brapping away, and pull into the next closest place I could get to. And I thought, the exhaust come off, like those F-150s and that, they're kind of infamous for cracking exhaust manifolds. So I thought, oh shit, here we go. Is that what happened? So I pull open the hood, and I look over on the right side, the number 2 cylinder from the front. There's the spark plug, the boot, and then the coil it sits on top.
Yeah.
All together. And the fucking coil is sitting there doing this.
What?
So the spark plug walked out, and all that compression was coming up through that hole, right?
How does a spark plug walk out?
I don't know, but these trucks again are infamous for stripping the threads on those spark plug holes because they're aluminum heads, right? And by the sounds of it, they didn't put in inserts or helicoils or anything like that. So they just tapped right into the aluminum head, and it strips that fucking thread out.
Good Lord.
Okay, I limp it home, have a look at it. And I don't have the time to look at these things. So I stopped in at a local shop. It's literally like 2 throws and I could hit the building.
Yeah.
From my place. And he says, yeah, that's no problem. We can get it in on Wednesday. And so I took it there Wednesday morning, Wednesday night. Yeah, we got it done. All they did was chase the thread with a tap, and it tightened up, and they replaced all the rest of the plugs for me, and now it's good. But it was funny as hell. Like,
that was on the current truck that you have?
That's the truck I have now.
My goodness.
Only 359,800 and some kilometers on it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna catch up really, really quick on a couple of comments.
Yeah,
Dan said it was the Mark. Shit. Yeah, Dan said it was the Mark 23. That's why when I said Mark II, it didn't sound right. So the H&K Mark 23 was that 45. Zach said that you pronounced his name correctly, so congratulations there. Wayne says that a 94 Dodge pickup would have been worse. I agree. Chevy was the tits in the 90s, so that's just the way that it was.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
John says he's got a 1966 AMC. I want to know what kind of AMC. I got a buddy, a really good friend of mine, lives in southern Alberta. Used to have, I forget the year. I think it was like a 67 or something like that. But it used to have a Rambler Rebel. That was those things are wicked.
Yeah,
wicked.
That was probably fucking wicked, mate.
Yeah. Welcome to 1987, guys.
But those Rebels were like the cool ones were the 74s and stuff like that, I think, right?
I don't even know. Yeah. I'm not super familiar with them.
They almost look like the early 70s Mach 1s Mustang.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Really, really long kind of.
Yeah. They were bitching. So Doug thought
Rambler classic.
Oh yeah, nice. Rambler Classic 770. You send us a picture, Jonathan. info@bspodcast.ca. How did we turn into a fucking
I don't know.
car and fucking
Squirrel?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Doug thought he said that I was having a midwife crisis. Apparently my microphone isn't that clear.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. It's
Hey, let's move on.
Let's regroup.
Yeah. So this is something we were going to talk about last week, and we'll just mention it real quick. What's his face running for the Liberal Ontario?
Pierre Poilievre.
No.
Liberals.
The Ontario Provincial Liberals. I forget his name now, but anyway, he had announced that if he gets elected as Premier of Ontario, that he will institute a gun ban, handgun ban in the province of Ontario, and pretty much like 1 or 2 days later, the federal government said that they're still considering a national handgun ban. Right. And I don't know. I think the whole thing is just friggin' stupid, especially considering that I think Alberta and Saskatchewan have already passed legislation saying that they would
Yeah, but you know fucking well that doesn't matter to those pricks.
No,
it's just it just doesn't. We're not like the states where individual states have control of the law in their states for the most part, right?
But you know,
here it's not that way. The federal government has power over fucking everything.
But apparently, I've talked to a couple of very knowledgeable political history professors, and they say that as far as our the way that our country was formed, on paper, the provinces should have more autonomy and power than the American states do in the U.S.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Exactly. However, practically, because of the way that funding works between the federal and provincial governments, the provincial governments don't use their power because they don't want to piss off the federal government.
Right. It all funnels back to the federal purse.
Yes.
Yeah. Vanya says the feds have already said they have a mechanism in place to override the provincial laws regarding banning of handguns. That does not shock me one bit.
But I don't even know how that's even possible.
Well, listen, when you have no fucking opposition.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is just the way that the provinces were formed, the way that Confederation happened in Canada.
But the thing is, like the thing that I can't get past is we have all these ideas of how our government operates and how it should operate and everything else, and that the current federal government should not have all these powers and cannot do all these things that they're doing, yet they're doing all these things. Like I said, if you have no opposition, they just run roughshod over all of this shit, and nobody says a fucking word. Sorry, a little bit of a tangent, but tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're right. That's why I'm saying you're absolutely right.
I'm yelling at you for no real good reason. I'm jacked now.
I'm angry at someone else, but you're the only one here.
That's right.
Good segue into the debates with Pierre Poilievre and Jean Charest. I've only seen a couple of clips. I need to watch the rest of it because I've been away. But man, the couple of clips that I've seen, congratulations on your new your win as the leader of the Conservative Party, Pierre Poilievre, because I'm not so sure that it's going to go any other way. I thought it was hilarious how some of the ways that he's cutting them down, especially over like the truckers' protests and his support of the truckers' protests and everything.
Yeah,
man, just great. And just in case anybody doesn't know, Jean Charest has come out and already said that he supports gun ban if he becomes the leader of the Conservative Party, which isn't going to happen. He's there to make Poilievre look good. Let's be honest. Like Polyev needed a real antagonist. That was the word I was looking for. Here's another question. Did Leslyn Lewis not make it onto the ballot?
Oh, because we haven't heard much from her at all.
Well, I've been out of the loop.
She'd been doing a little campaigning, but
she had thrown her hat in the
faded.
ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that they created the official list, and I'm gonna look it up in case unless somebody makes a comment here.
By the way, Wade, you're fucking right, bud.
what did Wade say?
Wexit.
Oh, Wexit, yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 candidates were verified 4 days ago. Yeah, see, I've just been out of the loop this whole bloody week. Where are the 6 people that they listed here? Okay, so Scott Atchison, Roman Baber. Okay, Leslyn Lewis is on there.
Scott Atchison.
Yeah. So I think, honestly, I think it's going to come down to Sheree, Lewis, and Polyev. But I don't think that it's going to be even close.
How is it that fucking Sheree's even in there at all? Like,
because I guarantee you, Polyev needs an antagonist. So they brought Sheree out.
Yeah.
Because you bring out another, because everybody, the biggest not the biggest, but one of the biggest criticisms about Aaron O'Toole is that everybody called him a red conservative or whatever they called him.
Right. So I guess that's the way we're heading now.
No. I think that Sheree, who it literally worked for the Liberal Party in the past, was a Liberal premier, is brought onto the ballot to push to really make a very stark difference now. Now you've got a real red conservative and Pierre Polyev. So now there's no question it's got to be Polyev.
So instead of
that's what I think.
Yeah.
So Vanya said she was in the debate last night, but mostly a non-player. Yeah.
And that's a real shame because, I think she's an intelligent woman with a lot to offer, a lot of the population and everything, but she is timid. That's the thing with her. I really like her.
Yeah. I think that she has no chance.
She's not aggressive at all. And I don't think she's timid to the point that, like, you look at the debates that Polyev gets into.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think with her personality that she could continually hold up that same that same intensity, I guess?
Not a hope in hell.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think it would be great if she could really rise to that and be relentless.
Yeah.
And that's what she needs to be.
Yeah.
But she's just not shown any of that at all.
I think Leslyn Lewis is there to keep social conservatives happy.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they still have somebody to vote for.
She's a sweetie, honestly. Like Jonathan Bergen says, a lamb in a pack of wolves. And I mean, the wolves, I don't think they're fucking wolves either. But
no, they're not wolves.
Polyev
is a little bit of
definitely not fucking alphas.
Polyev, though.
Listen, Polyev is well-spoken and he's incredibly smart.
Yeah.
And he thinks quick on his feet, and he has a good, solid platform and everything.
Yeah, those things are all true.
Yeah, but I still don't think he's an alpha. He's not an aggressive. Fuck you. You're a lying piece of shit.
That's literally.
Listen. Okay, this might be because he's much more diplomatic than I am.
Oh, you actually want him to say, "Go fuck yourself."
Well, in a diplomatic way, like cut the shit. This is the way things really are. Okay, You're a fucking liar, and you're a fucking liar, and you should sit down because you shouldn't even be pushing a broom in a fucking Walmart.
You want him to stand up in Parliament and just go, fuck you.
I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see, honestly, I want to see an octagon in Parliament.
Oh, well, yeah, I do too. but I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, another great segue. You guys are really setting us up for great segues here. Emperor says, I'm moving from Canada, just sold my house and staying at my in-laws while we liquidate everything. First of all, congratulations. Second of all, I'm interested to know what state you're going to, Emperor. And thirdly, I almost cried in Montana yesterday. I'm in Kalispell, Montana.
Right.
And I, first of all, for like, I'm there with my mentor, and we're staying outside of Kalispell, in this like $8 million like rural mansion on 20 acres of forest and in the middle of the side of a hill and all this kind of stuff.
Did you get to milk any bulls?
No, but we have a whole bunch of other people there, okay? And Idaho. We got a whole bunch of other people there, and they have like a young child, and they're all like urban folk. You know, they're
Right.
not, most of them aren't really like rural minded. And you know, we're being warned about, you know, the bears and the mountain lions and all this kind of stuff.
Y'all ain't from around here, are you?
Exactly. And there's one of them's a 2-year-old. So my mentor is like, you know what? I kind of need another AR anyways. So I'm just going to buy an AR. And he's Canadian for now, but he's a permanent resident in the US right now. But he doesn't live in the state of Montana. We were just in Montana.
Bless him.
Exactly. So he calls ahead to Cabela's before we even get there. And he's like, okay, I want an AR. Hey, you guys have Smith & Wesson M&P 15 on sale. Comes with a, I forgot what type of red dot, but it comes with a red dot.
No kidding.
And it's a great price. I'd like to buy that, please. And then he started talking about all the information, you know, for the NIC, what's it called? NIC check, I think. They're the background check.
Okay.
And they're like, it's going to be 3 days. And he goes, well, yeah, I know it can take up to 3 days. He goes, but I do this all the time. And like, usually these guys get hear back from the ATF within like, you know, usually like 24 hours.
Right.
And they're like, so like, it could be like 24 hours, but up to 3 days. That's what you mean, right? And they're like, no, it's going to be 3 days. He's like, why? And he goes, well, because that's our policy. So he's like, oh, that's your policy. Okay.
Going down the road.
Exactly. So he went to Machine Gun Montana. Shout out to Machine Gun Montana in Kalispell, Montana. And they were like, yeah, no, like we'll, like, as long as it takes is what it'll take. Like, we'll contact him right away. So he's like, okay, awesome. So they had a Ruger AR 5.56, got the new Holosun red dot with it, you know, that has the solar panels on the top.
You're going to make me cry when you tell me the price tag, aren't you?
Oh, dude, it was under $1,200. Yeah. So a Ruger AR 5.56 and a Holosun under $1,200. Yeah.
Right.
And first of all, like, it was available.
Right.
Like, he could get it. I'll finish that story first. So they call the ATF. They're doing the whole thing, and everybody's expecting it'll be like 24 hours.
Right.
And then he calls the next day, and they're like, yeah, they haven't called us back. I don't know what's going on. And then they call the next day. Like, I don't know what's going on. They haven't called us back. He waited like 2.5 days.
Oh, no.
Because that's how long it took for the ATF to get back to him. He was just fucking livid. And I was like, well, you know, I remember when I bought my AR years ago in Canada, it was like 3 weeks before I got to take it home. So, you know, 2.5 days, it wasn't too bad. But yeah,
so why didn't you use the gun show loophole?
There just happened not to be any gun shows that weekend, I guess.
You know, the backdoor deals and everything out of the trunk of the 79 LTD.
Exactly. The problem was you just didn't slip them a greenback. And
that's right.
And get them just to forego the NIC check.
Right. There's that.
Yeah.
Psst, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Because that happens all the time.
Yeah, sure.
So eventually we finally go pick it up. And I walk into the gun store, first of all, and it's a tiny little store. Like, I'll bet you the whole store is like 1,100 square feet. And that includes their back warehouse and everything. Okay.
What?
Yeah, like, it's small. Like, it's not.
With all that powder that you showed us today.
Yeah, no, I'm not even joking. Like, it's small and fucking packed. and like
Okay.
like 3 walls
through the aisles like this.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like 3 walls lined with like precision bolt guns and
As it should be.
exactly, and ARs. And then like they had a VHS too, like the new Springfield Hellion. So of course I had to touch it because we don't have it in Canada yet, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was just don't fly your drone into a tree in Canada. We all know what Jens is referring to.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Anyway, I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll finish my story. And then they had a giant rack and an entire wall along the floor full of powder.
Whoa.
Just full of powder.
Yeah.
And here's the stupid thing. I can take 25 kilograms of it across the Canadian border, no problem.
However,
what I can't do is cross the American border on the way to the Canadian border because that's illegal. So and like they had like CFE 223, like they didn't have any Varget or 4350,
but lots of ADI powders is what I saw.
Exactly, and there was even more that you didn't even see. There were other powders that you didn't even see.
Right.
But literally, Varget and 4350 were the only 2 powders they were out of. Everything else, they were like stocked to the nines. And I could see in the back warehouse, they had like 2 other racks full of powders in their overstock in the back warehouse.
And 2 ogres going like this.
Yeah. Well, and me basically crying and telling them how I can't have any of it. And they're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's just like, move to a real state or a real country.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just get your export certificate there, Vanya. But man, I would love to. I'm just very upset. And then of course, it's Murica. So on the showroom floor, they have a reproduction Gatling gun.
Oh.
They had an actual World War II Browning bar. They had an M2, a Browning M2.
No.
And a couple of other like little like reproduction Gatling guns. Jens, they had H50 BMG like
put it on the drone.
They had probably like in 1-pounders, they probably had like 5 or 6 pounds of it. I didn't
on display.
And then they would have had more in the back for sure.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, Jens is looking for H50 BMG for his 33XE. I chose Reloader 50 for my 33XE. Simply because of availability. Which is whatever. But it's both are hard to find right now.
So hard to swallow though that like it's right there. And Canada, for once, it's not Canada stopping me. Like I literally, like I told the guy, I said, if I wasn't worried about being in jail in Montana, I'd be buying like 50 pounds from you right now. But like the thing is,
it's fucking ITAR.
Yeah, well, I'm not willing to get arrested in the U.S., so it just sucks.
You're not much of a team player, are you, Chris?
No, I'm really not. And you know what's even worse?
Selfish.
They had my 308 hunting round. They had 178 grain ELDX bullets. I haven't found those in over a year in Canada. It's not that nobody's had them from time to time. It's just I've had bad timing, and every time I go look,
listen, you're going to use Kenny from now on for the next couple of years.
Well, not for hunting. I'm going to use
you are.
No, I'm not. I'm using my Sig Cross. I just put an IBI barrel on that bitch. I got to use her.
Oh, that's right too. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Vanya says nothing ventured, nothing gained.
This is the thing too. Like if I had just shut my mouth about this whole story, I probably could have gone down to Montana again next month. And like the odds are like you're having no problems because generally speaking, you don't stop at the American border on your way back to the Canada border.
And so what was your experience like coming back today?
Oh, well, that was a shit show, but that's another story. But let me finish saying this because I know that the RCMP are going to listen to it. Because I'm on a national podcast, I can't be that guy.
Right.
Because like, that like somebody from the RCMP is listening to this and then like next thing you know, there's a fucking bulletin out for the next time that I cross a border.
Right.
I'm going to get fucking strip searched. They're going to think that I like stuffed baggies of it up my ass or
Mr. Kimball.
Yeah, exactly. We have ways of making
Show
you
me your
fuck.
pimples.
Yeah. Peppers, please. Yeah. So like I just can't do it. Yeah, use an alias.
Right.
Oh, that's not good. That's not cool. So yeah,
Zach
RCMP,
Remple?
latex gloves. See, now everybody's just trying to egg me on because they want to see me get arrested in Montana. It will not happen. I am fucking straight and narrow.
You know
as
what's
they come.
really ironic about this? Is ironic the right way?
I don't
If
know.
you brought a mill scope back across the border, they probably wouldn't have any problem with it.
Yeah. If I brought an MOA scope, I'm getting arrested.
You're damn right.
Long weekends, we've been stopped at the American side on the way back from Kalispell for a primary inspection, along with everyone else. Asked for guns, ammo, and components. Yeah, I believe that. And I'm just not willing to take that friggin' chance, man.
Well, that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you can,
and it's bullshit. Like it really is.
It is,
but it is what it is.
Well, so you pay $200 to an importer and you get anything you want because it goes through a fucking importer.
Yeah.
And it's all good then?
Yes. Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're not trustworthy.
Yeah. Well, I just need to get better at paperwork. I think I can do it myself. So. But from what I understand, all of the export paperwork is not fun.
Yeah.
But
no, I don't imagine it is.
You asked me how it was. So first of all, when we went down there, the American border, they said, "You vaccinated?" We were like, "Yep." And they said, "Okay." Didn't even check. One of the other groups that was down there, one of them isn't vaccinated. They go, "You vaccinated?" One says, "Yep." The other says, "No." He kind of looks at her and he goes, "You vaccinated?" And she laughs and goes, "Yeah." Yep. And he goes, "Okay." And
Roger that.
Yeah. And exactly. And it was literally like, look at our passports, asked if we were vaccinated. What are you going down for? When are you coming back? Cool. See you later. Like 5 minutes. On the way back, get this. First of all, we crossed at Del Bonita in Alberta. So like it's like west of Coots. Okay.
Right.
Canada border, we get there, takes the passports, asks how long we were there for, blah, blah, blah. Did you bring any bruised back?
There's Joel.
There's Joel. Did you bring any firearms back? Of course. And like, no, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, "Have you done your ArriveCan app?" And I was like, "Why? Like, there's no restrictions anymore. There's no requirements anymore. Like, why would I do my ArriveCan app?"
Right.
And he goes, "Yeah, you still need to do the ArriveCan app."
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got that email last week. Sorry, my bad.
So dumb. So I go, "Okay, well," I pick up my phone from my console. I'm like, "I can do it right now." And he goes, "Well, do you have cell service?" And I look, no cell service. Yes. So I'm like, "Well, do you guys have Wi-Fi?" "No, you can't use our Wi-Fi."
You're shit.
I'm like, "Well, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm not going to drive. Like, the closest town is like Browning, Montana. like, what do you want me to do here?"
Yeah.
And he goes,
"Go back to Assiniboia."
He goes, "Go about 2 miles south. There's this little cross-border mail
There's a post
pickup place
down there."
Yeah, it's called Address USA. And he goes, "They have free Wi-Fi. So drive down there and use their free Wi-Fi, do the ArriveCan app." So I turn around, and by the way, there were like 5 of us that they got turned around at the border, like one after the other. So like 5 fucking people, Canadians, driving down to this Address USA to sit in their fucking parking lot and use their Wi-Fi. The border agent gave us the password for the Wi-Fi. And we're sitting there and all of us are on our phones doing the ArriveCan. And guess what the ArriveCan asks us? "Do you have a cough or a fever?" Click no. "Your ArriveCan is done. Show this to your border agent." So I drove 2 miles down, 2 miles back for a 30-second ArriveCan app. I give him the ArriveCan number. He punches it into the computer. He sees that it was done and it's legit. And he's like, "Okay, cool. See you later."
Yeah. All right.
Brains.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Wayne says pay the fine. It's a hefty fine. I'll drive the 4 miles and take the frustration. Vanya says, when we came back, apparently we were supposed to fill out the arrive can form for a toddler and infant. And the guy basically said, whatever, just do it next time. Well, at least you had a guy who said whatever. My guy turned me around. But anyway.
Yeah. Was that Andrew at the border?
Is this the Andrew that we're thinking of that it is?
That is.
Gotta follow the rules.
Down there?
Gotta follow the rules, guys.
Well, these guys, the rules are in place for a reason there.
Why does Andrew sound like Bubbles when you impersonate him?
No, holy fuck, boys. Just follow the rules. Just a big fucking kitty, boys.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if Joel has shot the gun yet. Joel, we should ask you, like, have you shot it yet? Because I told him.
Well, listen.
First of all,
currently it has a big ass peep sight on it. Oh, I was wondering about that.
Mea culpa, Joel. I'll be mailing this out to you tomorrow.
Oh, pa.
So here's what happened. It was the magazine was in the gun in the case. And the day that we drew it, I took the gun out of the case. And then so all of the dipshits on the internet didn't yell at me for not clearing it on screen. I pulled the friggin' magazine out and opened the bolt on screen and then forgot to put the goddamn magazine back in.
Joel, I would sanitize that thing before you insert it.
There's some advice.
You were playing with it. You were playing with it. I know you were excited about it. You loved that rifle.
Who, me?
Yes.
No, I wasn't playing. I was very respectful. It wasn't my rifle. I don't play around with rifles that I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. No, literally, like, you guys saw what I did with that rifle. You guys saw it on screen.
Yeah.
You saw me pull the magazine out and forget it on the camera.
I remember you asking me, is this a 10 or 12 rounder?
Yeah.
And I said, I'm pretty sure it was a 10 rounder.
It's a 12.
It is. Okay.
Yeah. It's a 12 round magazine. Yeah.
That is funny.
So fucking dumb. So I'll be mailing that out to Joel. Just long story short.
Well, sorry, Joel. He's a good sport, man. He's it's all good. He picked up ammo for it the other day. He said, he's got the scope's got to come to him yet.
We're literally piecemealing this whole thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you won a gun package.
You know what?
He was another piece.
He was so fucking excited. I would have been the same way. You know, just to have the damn thing to play with is what would really matter to me anyway.
Yeah. Just sit there, watch reruns of The Simpsons. Pew, pew.
Emperor says, actually, now that I think about it, you should probably dunk it in alcohol.
Dunk it in alcohol.
Yeah.
The magazine or the gun?
Dunk. Yeah.
Because I haven't played with the magazine. I literally.
Oh, come on, Chris. Listen, you're in a safe place right now.
No, I haven't.
It's okay. Share, brother. Share.
Besides,
share.
I have my own. This is for Kenny.
Maybe there's some cross contamination there. Hey,
because it was on the other side of the table.
How many magazines do you have? Do you have one
for Kenny?
Yeah,
I believe I have one magazine. Yeah.
Okay.
Joel said he got a few hours of lying prone on the carpet.
That's awesome. You know what? In terms of magazines, I think I got you covered.
I hope so. Do I need more than one magazine? It's 12 round magazine.
I know, but some stages may be longer than others.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know, but
that's fair.
I got a few, I suppose, maybe.
Why don't I just keep this one and tell Joel that I couldn't find it?
I don't think that's a good idea, especially now that it's live on air.
Yeah. Oops. I'm just putting my
foot
in my mouth.
Good plan, Chris. Yeah. However,
now I'm on the RCMP watch list. Joel knows
Joel's watch list. Yeah.
Well, hey, speaking of Joel's rifle,
yes,
he messages me.
Yeah.
The other day while I'm in Montana and can't do anything about it. And he goes, I don't want to freak you out, but the tracking on the rifle says that it was delivered, but I don't have the rifle.
Oh.
So I'm like, what? So we basically I'm like, okay, we'll have to contact Canada Post. It was too late that day. So we'll have to contact Canada Post and figure everything out the next day. So I'm like having a coronary for the whole rest of the day. Thankfully, the next morning, he texts me and he says, "It's okay, I got it. They put the wrong friggin' house number on it, and they mailed it across the street." So when I went to mail the thing, they asked me the address.
Right.
I brought up the address that Joel had messaged me on my phone, and I handed them my phone. They punched it in by looking at it on the phone.
Oh,
and they still punched in the wrong number.
No kidding.
Yeah. So they, yeah. No, that's not enough. We need more.
I know. This is what I got for me.
So for our audio listeners, Kurt is holding up, was that 4 12-round magazines and 1 5-round?
Yeah. No, 5 10-round magazines. And I got 1 5-rounder back there somewhere that I use for hunting.
I'm just going to say that's enough. For Kenny, it's enough. Yeah, Joel's like, I didn't sleep well that night.
No, I don't imagine.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
No kidding.
Just ridiculous. Anyway.
Shit.
Okay. Let's let everybody know that the show tonight was brought to them by Ribstone Gunsmithing. From stock refinishing and modifications to general repairs and rust bluing on rifles, shotguns, and pistols. Contact Oscar Long at ribstonegunsmithing.ca in Zara, Alberta. Ribstone Gunsmithing. Craftsmanship done right.
All right. There's also March Scopes Canada. Dion Optical Designer, the creators and designers of March rifle scopes, which are all hand-built in Japan by Japanese craftsmen. Jesus Christ. Using only genuine Japanese-made parts. Maybe I should do this slower. To achieve the highest optical standards possible. Shooters deserve the best possible optics to succeed in all aspects of competition, tactical, and hunting situations. And for this reason, Dion has produced a March rifle scope for every situation. Get a hold of Doug Wright at marchscopes.ca and his email, doug@marchscopes.ca. Let us know if you need a demo or a look-see. We could be in a neighborhood near you. And I'm going to meet up with a lady in Saskatoon here who's aspiring to compete in King of 2 Miles. And we're going to go to a park and view the March Genesis that
just
she
a scope,
made.
No rifle.
No, that's right. Yeah. Can you imagine if we showed up in a park in the middle of Saskatoon and, hey, no, it's okay. It's okay. We're just looking through the scope. There's no bolt in the gun. I'm sure that comforts everyone.
Have a look through the back of my van. The window opens up. And...
Yeah, that's right. Calm your Shih Tzus. It's all right.
Shih Tzus. Have a good night, Emperor. Hey, before we go, anybody still listening to us, give us a like on the Facebooks, on the YouTubes, on the things, thumbs up or a heart, or if you're Jens, I mean, you might as well do your typical angry face. By the Jens said extenders. I don't know. Nobody brought up the topic of sex toys.
Well, listen, I think he's talking about his bipod extender for ELR.
Oh.
You know, he's made this extender. It's about 2 feet or 30 inches long, something like that. And let me tell you, it makes a huge difference, especially with a large rifle like our ELR rifles, to get that bipod way out front toward the end of the barrel. And
that's what we put on at the Calgary Gun Show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it makes your position so incredibly steady because it increases that radius that you move with the back of your rifle, right? And it just cuts everything way down. It's so stable. It's incredible. I'm not sure why you would mention it there, but I thought I would go into it in depth.
What does no read Shane's comment mean?
No read?
No read Shane's comment. That's what Jens just typed. No read Shane's comment.
I'm not sure.
What comment?
Maybe Shane's only comment for most of shooting is no read.
No read.
Shane's a shitty spotter. No read.
No read. Vanya said he thinks that Jens meant
mag
magazine extender.
Yeah.
Extendo Mago, says Sean Heineman.
Extendo Mago. It might be. Yeah, the 2-round follower on the typical MDT 5 or 10 round magazine. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. So I just there's another thing I'd like to mention too. The call sign 66 courses that I started on.
Oh yeah.
There's May 14th at the Shot Shell Sporting Clays Club, northwest of Edmonton. That's a precision and accuracy fundamentals seminar. June 11th is in Ericsdale, Manitoba. That's north of Winnipeg, a couple hours. Mm-hmm. That's the combined fundamentals seminar. And there's another combined fundamental seminar on June 25th at the Bar Diamond Guest Ranch. Mm. And I think that's near, if it is not the Oscars range, Nose Hill Gun Club.
Okay.
It looks to be. And then August 6th is the August Saskatchewan course. They really went all out with naming that.
Does it have to be August 6th though?
It is August 6th.
I would like to go to it, but I'm in Pakistan.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, call Cappy. Call Cappy.
Yeah. Hey, just do it the next week, Cappy.
Anyway, so that one will likely be out at my range there, just southwest of Saskatoon in about an hour.
Yep.
And, yeah, that'll be a good one. Good wind on that course, man. Holy shit.
Suck.
You betcha. A couple of bluffs in between breaking up wind, and so you got about 4 wind calls to make along the line to 1,100 meters.
4 mils right. No, crazy. 6 mils left.
Yes, both.
Yeah, you got to go
and
to the left.
Engage.
Right. Engage. We forgot to mention this, so we'll mention it really quick, just for everybody's information. In case you don't already know, the backdoor registry from Bill C-71 takes place May 18th. So if you would like a non-restricted firearm that you don't have to call the idiocy and wait forever like we do with restricteds, because you know that this is going to create a huge delay for buying guns. Get it before May 18th.
Yep.
And there's a couple of gun stores you can go to. I mean, there's the Shooting Edge, there's Bullseye North, there's Extreme Range Outfitters, there's Not Cabela's.
There is Not Cabela's.
If you go to your local gun store and they don't have the gun you're looking for,
yes,
maybe you can go look at Cabela's.
Yeah,
but ask around first.
Yeah.
We're always available.
Yeah.
At info@bspodcast.ca.
Yep.
We'll let you know what we know. And
and the new website will be up soon. Everything will be transferred over soon. So look out for that to happen. And more content, more reviews coming out real soon also.
Yes.
Yeah.
This summer's man, it's packed. We got a lot of stuff planned. A lot of video to put out. It's too bad I'm gone half the time. Holy Christ.
Well, that just gives me time to edit.
Well, that's true too. Yeah, if we can get out and shoot some stuff and then have you edit while I'm gone, that's good for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's great for you.
Okay.
Well, we still don't have an outro, just like we didn't have an intro. So I guess we're just going to say, hasta la
sayonara.
Don't get any on you. We'll see everybody next week.
All right. Thanks for everybody for joining in.
Bye-bye.